Hey everybody, September 5th. My name is Johnny Rabb. I'm in Boo McAfee's backyard right now. I'm excited about it. I'll tell you why. Because this series is designed to help you get better hands within 30 days. 30 days to better hands. You may hear an air conditioner, you may hear a bug, you may hear a bird, you may hear a little extra wind even. It's not coming from me. With the use of a practice pad, drumsticks, I want to show you how much you can get done within 30 days. You're not going to see a lot of frills in this video. You're going to see true to life documentary style. So hopefully you'll get to know me a little bit better. Day 1, September 5th. 60-second dry run on the drumometer. What does dry mean? Not wet. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to run cold and see what we get on the drumometer. 60 seconds is on the clock. Try to stay relaxed. This is a good idea to benchmark yourself so you can surpass it later and prove to you where you're at with the first day and the 30th day. Here we go. Stay relaxed. There we go. Just using fingers right now. Try to maintain that for the full minute. Make sure you breathe. Don't get tense. We're going to talk about CRE a lot during this video. Control, relaxation, endurance. CRE. Remember, I've got about 25 seconds left. This will be a lot better, and I guarantee you we can get over the 1,000 mark every time at the end of this 30-day seminar. 15 seconds. Oops, little glitch. It's normal. Okay, there's a wasp. It's all part of the fun here. Natural, there could be, whatever we need. So check it out. I got 894. 894. With that score, I'm sure hoping to get that to be a better average at the end of 30 days. Like I said, this is not a video of a gimmick. This is a no lies, no frills video. I'm going to show you how to improve your hands within 30 days. Let's move on to some preliminary exercises to get your single strokes up to par. Practice pads. When you're choosing a practice pad, you have a couple choices. I'm using the ProMark X pad, and basically one side has got a lot of rebound, a little less dense rubber, and the other side is a black side, and that has a little bit more dense rubber and provides a little less rebound, so it makes me work a little harder. Next thing I'm going to do is try to figure out what height of the pad and thrown height for positioning of my body. Sounds funny, but it's important for everybody, I believe. Basically, I try to make it to where if I'm sitting, which will show in one moment, if I'm sitting, I want my legs at an angle. I don't want my legs up like this, because then I'm not using those muscles. I'm using my back muscles, and it's really off, I don't have any balance, and I look kind of weird. So what I try to do is create, if this is my knee here, there's my position. I don't want it to be like this or like this of my upper leg. I want it to be like this. So let's give you a little example of that seating position from the side. In my opinion, this seating position may be comfortable for some, but for me it's not. It gives me too much pressure back on my rear. Legs are going straight up, so I don't suggest this seating position. If you like it, you can use it. I'm not telling you what to do. Here's another example. In my opinion, this is pretty darn high. I'm almost standing up. There's some drummers that really appreciate this comfort level. I personally feel like it's too forward. You're leaning too forward on the drums. And to me, this doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for the whole body alignment. So I suggest an in-between the first and this one. And we'll show you what that is now. Notice the slight angle of my leg. To me, this is perfect because it allows me an in-between of too high and too low. I feel very, very balanced, and it works great for my balance on the drum set and And that way I'm forward enough, but not too much relying on my back muscles and things like this to keep me in control. Every person has different body sizes and heights. Not everyone's 5'8" like me and weighs about 200 pounds. I'm 200 pounds. Anyway, not everyone's like me and has the same body shape and weighs 135 pounds. And I will tell you that's 135 pounds of rage and fear coming your way. Say you're 6'8", say you're 7'5". Whatever you are, you want to make sure that your legs have this same position. Let's check out that position again. It doesn't matter what height you are, try to get your legs at this angle and your body straight up. I have bad posture. I try to keep my elbows back and shoulders back. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Watch your posture and have this as your balancing point. Next, I want to talk about pad placement or drum placement. Let's talk about the height of the snare stand. Whatever your surface is, that's what you want at a certain height. Adjust it to where it's just high enough to where you're not striking your legs or your knees with the stick. If you do a rim shot, you don't want that butt end of the stick hitting you in the knee or blocking your stroke. This is pretty good for me. A lot of people think, man, you play with that snare high. Well, it helps my posture stay up if I've got the snare a little bit higher rather than lower. And then my little legs don't get in the way. Let's give an example really quickly of how that snare pad would be too low. Now this may be a little extreme. This is very, very low. But I have seen some drummers, some are friends, some are people I don't even know, where the snare pad, it's too low. I'm leaning over, my legs are getting in the way. Again, I know it's to the extreme. What I want to show you is, you need to have it comfortable, so let's show you where that comfort position would be. But first, let's show you where it's a little bit uncomfortable, where height can cause a problem. Now this pad is way too high. You can see I'm looking down at you. I have to reach for this thing, reach way up, almost up to my chest. The problem with this is I'm not comfortable at all. My elbows are out, I'm causing a lot of tension. The pad needs to be simply lower. Excuse me. As you notice, I've lowered the pad to a comfortable playing area. Just to test this, I put the tips of the sticks in the middle of the pad, and now you notice my elbows are at the sides and feeling comfortable. I don't have them raised, I don't have them too low drooping, I've just got them at a standard playing position. Let's talk about grip. A lot of people ask me, how do you grip the sticks? Well, I'm going to tell you, to me it's pretty natural. What I do is act like I'm asleep. Now notice when I'm sleeping, my hands are in a slightly curled position because that's the natural way they lay. I'm not using any muscles right now, I'm totally relaxed. Now if I wake up, I'm going to go ahead and pull my hands up just using my elbows, like this. Still very loose. Notice the shape of my hands. The mouth is completely open. We call this the mouth here. Right? So next let me show you how I pick up a stick, because that stick will fit naturally right in there, and that literally is that simply my grip. Basically, same position, take the stick, and you're going to hold it as if you're saying everything's A-OK. My fulcrum, or my point of contact, is going to be my index finger and my thumb. And on my index finger, it's going to be the first joint, between the first joint and the tip. And on my thumb, it's going to be the tip of my thumb. So, natural, slide it in, everything's A-OK, and these just drape around lightly. And the fingers come into play later. You see the natural position, mouth open. These fingers will come into use later using finger control on the pad. This is your exercise for today. Whatever day you start on, here is your exercise. Exercise number 1. What we're going to do is develop a single stroke roll. That is the goal of this video. To get your hands better and faster and accurate and more comfortable playing. So, to begin with, I'm starting with a DC-9 ProMark stick, which is a bigger diameter marching style stick, because this will allow me to almost weight train. It's a little heavier than my signature model, and this allows me almost like a weight training, as I said. Start with the heavier stick and see what you like. You don't have to, I just suggest it. Now at the beginning, it's not all about speed, it's about learning and exercise. So, I'll be using both wrist technique as well as finger control. You can use both, and that'll be gone over later in detail in the video. the single stroke roll, performed either playing right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, or left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. All of them are alternating strokes. Our first exercise is going to clean up your roll. Most of us play rolls. When we started, you see the strain and you see the tension, uncomfort, discomfort, everything. Sloppy. Right? Let's take that sloppiness and make it cleanliness. So here we go. 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. We're going to perfectly slide in 30-second notes. We're going to build it up the ladder. Okay? So, first stroke is right, left, right, 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 left, right, left, 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 right, left, right, 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 left, right, left, etc. Okay? Notice that I did that in elapsed time. What I want to create is a foundation for you to work from. Take a metronomic marking that's slow, for example, quarter note at 60, all right, and start at your speed. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right, left. Let's slow it down even a little more. Right, left. Okay? That is the gist of this exercise. So, the initial stroke is right, 2, 3, 4, and left. 2, 3, 4, and right. Get that down first. 3, 4, and left. Let's slow it down. 3, 4. You can use wrist, if you like. 3, 4, left wrist. 2, or fingers. 4, 1, 2, fingers. 4, and left. 2, 3, 4, and off. Okay, now let's fill in the 30-second notes. We're going to take the first two. So your sticking is going to be as follows. Right, left, right, 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 3 E and 4 E and left, right, left, 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 dup, 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 3 E and 4 E and again, 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and off. Alright, so now what you want to do is take your time and get it up to tempo. Choose a metronomic marking that's slow enough for you to work on and you're not killing yourself. It's got to be comfortable. Do wrist strokes and finger control. Here we go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and ready and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and left E and 2 E and adding 6 to 30 seconds. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and right E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and left E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. That's your first step into making this 30-second note stream happen. Speed it up and hear what it sounds like. 1, 2, da 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 da. Okay, so that's your goal, is to get that speed happening on this first day. Now keep in mind, in addition to this exercise, is to add the following 30-second notes. So you go up the ladder. For example, first 1. Now add 2. Now add 3. 4. Here we go. So on. And in completion, once you get up the ladder with those 30-second notes, here's what you have. 1, 2, ready, play, right. 3, 4, left. 3, 4, 30 seconds. 3, 4, right. 30 seconds with the left. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, left. 2, 3, 30 seconds and right. 2, 3, 4, right. 2, with the left hand. Okay? So that kind of completes the exercise. Now you can get away from playing those 16th notes and simply start with a roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E-hand, 2 E-hand, 3 E-hand, 4 E-hand. Okay? Or left hand lead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E-hand, 2 E-hand, 3 E-hand, 4 E-hand, 1. Okay? So, that wraps it up. Remember, on this first day, start slow. Johnny Rabb signing off and saying, I'm getting ready to go practice. Remember, you can do this anywhere, so I'll see you in a day. See you tomorrow.
Did you guys practice this week?
September 12th, 1 week, 7 days since we last saw each other on a checkpoint. Last week was kind of a hassle because I had to do a lot of gardening. I mowed the lawn and we have a lot of mosquitoes and such. And very itchy today from that, as well as some construction. Getting the house going, trying to get my basement finished, and you saw the kitchen. Pretty happy about that, I have to say. But a lot of students this week too, where this kind of ate into my practice time. I did get to practice a little bit at the high school on this exact setup here while I was on break. So I did not document that, but it did enable me to get my hands going a little bit. Now, like I promised, I really am not going to run on the drumometer until these checkpoints. So we're going to go ahead and run on the drumometer and see how that's going as our secondary checkpoint. So let's get to it right away. Okay, everybody, last week I didn't really warm up, same with this week. We're going to run 60 seconds to see where we're at. The last week's score on the 5th was 894 strokes in 60 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and see what we can do this week and use it as a benchmark. All right. That's like, you know, a legit run. Basically no warm-ups. Now these next 2 weeks in a row I'm going to warm up and do the exercises that I showed you last week and this week combined, and then run at the end of next week and you'll see what's going on. So that should be the 19th next Friday. Alright, so let me go ahead now to the section where we're going to show you this week's exercise. Alright, that's the exercise that we're going to get down first to be able to create the 30-second pattern. That is a run of 16th notes, which incorporates 4 strokes per hand and 3 strokes per hand. Okay? So, here's the basic sticking to get down. Right, right, right. Left, right, 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 right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Beginning. Alright. Let's pick it up a little bit. Right, left, 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 right, left. Now let's do it together. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a play E and a right, left, 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 etc. You take your time and you'll get up to speed. Now, adding the 30-second notes between the 2 16th notes at the beginning. Okay? Same thing applies. Make them even. Right, left, 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 right, left. Okay? Let's play it together. Left. Right. Left. Now I realize that was maybe a little quick, so you choose your tempo and bring it down a little bit. That concludes this week's portion of exercises, so enjoy it and get those singles happening. Don't forget to use finger control and wrists. Now back to my daily diary, and we'll see you next week.
Did you guys practice this week?
Hey everybody, I'm back. It is week number 3, and it is September 19th, Friday. Very, very busy week this week. Teaching, all sorts of stuff. Had my anniversary with my wife. Also it's her birthday today. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in our daily lives. And drumming sometimes has to take a backseat to be able to live life. Today, let's talk about different sticks. We've talked about it before. Funny thing is, I picked these up today. This is my ProMark signature model, and these are the DC9 marching style sticks. I'm going to start with the DC9s. Now notice today, we are not starting with the dry, cold run on the drummometer to see where we're at as a benchmark. I'm going to do that at the end to kind of show how, hopefully, some warm-ups will help, okay? So on the pad, we're just going to do something that's called sprints. And it involves time, but what it does is allows you to, like a runner, do a 50-yard dash and then slow down, do a 50-yard dash, etc. So it's still going to be leading with the right hand or left hand doing single strokes. But what we're going to do is keep time, 1, 2, 3, 4, and for one measure we're going to do the sprint, which means as fast as you can. And start slow if you're not warmed up, but as fast as you can, and then tap quarter notes for the second bar. So 1, 2, ready, sprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, tap, tap, tap. 4 again, sprint. Punch it out. 3, 4, 2, 3. Sprint. 3, 4, tap. 2, 3, 4. Come on, go for it. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay. So keep in mind, it doesn't matter what tempo or what speed you're going in that sprint. It's a sprint, okay? So that means you're going to take it at the rate that you can handle it. All right, so after we've done that, let's go ahead and try to do 2 measures of sprint one measure, relax. 1, 2, ready, sprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you get the idea. 2 measures, 1 measure off. I did the 2 measures at the end, but you understand what I'm saying. So sprints are very important. All right. Now, at this time, I wouldn't mind talking about some of the things in the past. We all pretty much have different lives and different styles of living. So one thing I want to make sure we talk about is, when do you have time to practice? Well, it may look like I'm sitting here and I'm here 24/7 doing this video, but in all reality, I'm running around trying to get a band started. I'm trying to get my house taken care of. I'm trying to teach private lessons. I'm trying to plan out when I'm going to do clinics. I'm trying to get promotional packages out for both band and myself. And then very, very assorted amounts of things happen from day-to-day basis. So that's where I said earlier in the video that the pad is our friend. I meant it because it can travel. It can go with us anywhere. So whatever time you have during the day, take 10 minutes. It may sound funny, but the example I just gave you for the sprints, that may be my only practice I do today. So it's kind of a drag because I'd like to get more time in. But sometimes that doesn't always happen. All right? Let's go back to doing some sprints. Let's play along together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sprint. 3, 4, 2, 3. Sprint. 1, 3, 4. Sprint. Or whatever. Relax. 4. Sprint. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 1. One more time. 3, 4. Relax. Now 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Relax. 2, 3, 4. Sprint. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax. This time for 2 bars. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sprint. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax for 2 bars. And let's stop. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another idea for the exercise would be to do the sprint, and then instead of just using the right hand for timekeeping or left hand for timekeeping, you could do it alternate strokes. So you could do the sprint, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or vice versa with the left hand lead. Okay, something to keep in mind. One thing I want to talk about is when we're doing these, you have to think of sort of, even if you've never lifted weights or whatever, you can see I have. Kidding. Anyway, basically in weightlifting, we don't put on a whole bunch of weight and try to do that and then stop for the day. You try to build yourself up, number of sets and the number of reps in the set. So a rep may be our sprint for a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. You may do that 10 times, okay? But build up your repetitions in the set. You can start with 3 in a set. So you maybe do 3 sets of the 1 bar exercise, and then 3 sets of the 2 bar sprint exercise. And eventually you can go up to 8 bars, whatever amount of measures you want to do it for, okay? So that concludes the exercise portion for today. Remember to switch sticks because they act like your weights, and have fun with them. Let's go ahead and run on the drummometer. Before I do my weekly attempt on the drummometer, let me explain one thing that you can also do. You can also do sprints using the drummometer. In other words, an amount of time. If you don't have a drummometer, then it's time. But this thing helps me because it's got seconds and it's got the count, so I can judge where I'm at accurately. So I've got it set to 1 second, and I'm going to do sprints. Check it out, just to see where I'm at as an average. 21, you set? 21. 20. 20. Last time. 21. Second sprints. Now let's move it up to 2 seconds. There you go. Now I've moved it up to 2 seconds to see how much time I'm either gaining or losing. It'd be nice if I could get 40 strokes in those 2 seconds, but as time goes on, we know that we lose steam. All right, here we go. 2 second sprints. 39, so we lost 1 stroke. 38, lost 2 strokes. 37, so look at that, it's decreasing as I continue, but every time I'm doing that I'm building up some muscles and a little bit more flexibility in my stroke. You can do it all up to 5-second, 10-second sprints, then it comes in the endurance and the CRE, control, relaxation, and the endurance. So let's go ahead and take a second, put it up to 60 seconds for the dry run of this week. Hello, policeman. Friday, September 19th. I am now warmed up a little bit, and I'm going to do my run here. Now, the first week, I got a score of 894. The second week, I got a score of 932, all in 60 seconds. Hopefully I can beat 932. But the cool thing about this is, you never know what's going to happen on any given day. So here I go. Let's try it. Try to stay relaxed and in control. Fantastic. 959 this week. 959 beats in 60 seconds. So what's funny is psychologically, I'll be honest with you, I came into today's video shoot thinking, I don't think I can beat that score. But I have been working on the pad on my off time, doing some of the exercises, warming up. But totally honest with you, not a lot of practice took place this week due to family things that I care about a lot, and therefore it took time away from practicing. It's going to happen to you as well. Just sticking to it a little bit each week can get your score increased. That's why it's 30 days to better hands. So, 9:59 this week. We will see you next week.
Did you guys practice this week?
Okay, some random exercises here. We're going to do one that's kind of a 6 exercise. So, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, 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 left, 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 left. Okay. Dot, 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 right, left, right, 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 left, 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 right. And then left hand lead. Okay. 1, 2, dot, 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 dot. Now the other one, next one is called kind of the sprinkler. In Sacramento we used to have a high school in the field, soccer field. I always would remember the rain bird sprinklers would be like. Okay, so the idea behind it is to do that with the sticks. Sprinkler. Etc. And here comes the sprinkler winding back up, and so what are the strokes? Obviously you're doing right hand lead or left hand lead, 16th notes, and then adding in the 32nd notes. Okay. That's a unison exercise where I try to be as precise as possible and hit the pad at the same time with the sticks, using both hands at the same time. So obviously right and left in unison. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, so here it is. Different accent levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm trying not to flam. I want to do unison. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Then you can make up patterns like. Okay? Next thing is to take the unison together and then try to do a bar of unison and a bar of exact 30-second notes. Get it? Left hand lead this time. Okay, so that's just some fun little ideas right there. Remember, too, that this whole 30-day exercise series is the whole program is based on trying to get our hands built up to speed and our muscles and finger control. Nothing should hurt. There should be no pain involved. If you feel muscle burn, that's one thing. If you feel tendon or carpal tunnel style, feel different pains, you don't want to have any of that, because I don't want to have anybody hurt from this. I never hurt my insides or any pain stops. Remember, pain in this equals no gain, and I'd say unless it's muscle burn, and you can tell the difference. But don't do this type of thing for like 5 hours at a time. Hit it for 5 minutes a day. Figure out what your level of success would be. You don't go to the gym all day long. Kind of treat this as your gymnasium worth of drum exercises. The other thing we have to remember is all these exercises can be practiced with wrist stroke, with thumb, and fingers, and different dynamic levels. Right? Okay, here we go. Final attempt. I don't recommend it from the rocking chair, but for some reason I feel very comfortable today. I'm going to give it a shot. So, set at 60 seconds. 0 counts on the drumometer. We can confirm that. Let's go ahead and do the final 4th week run drumometer. And this was with warm up. So the end-all goal is that we probably improve not only your speed, but your control, because it's not all about just the speed. It's about endurance, it's about control, it's about musicianship, and in my opinion, it's about having the big bag of tricks, if you will. Nah, it's not.
Congratulations, you guys did it! Okay, Johnny, show us the 3-bomb.
This is totally impromptu. Keep it rolling. Finger strokes. I can only get to a certain level. But watch. get it going. So you can really hear the roll. There it is. I'll tell you something right now, something's biting me like crazy, man. Hold on. Woo. There it is. So if I can make that clean, a legit well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that in even a couple of weeks or so. All right. Okay, back to it. Basically, I'm thinking 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now I'm trying not to cheat because all of us can go like a jazz or putting them together. Okay, so we did an experiment to make sure that it was clean. First, it doesn't matter about time, it just matters about count. So, we want to get 25, because obviously there's, what was it, 6 per each quarter note? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. It should be 25, and it is. So, it's legit, 25. So, there's no skipping there. So, I'm going to try to do the left hand to see if it's counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 25. So, if I could get those together, it would equal 50. Now, it's very sloppy. It's a total experiment.
Blank on it would be actually be 49.
Absolutely. My mathematics are tremendous. It would be 49 because 6 times 4, 24 for each hand, 48 combined, and 1 downbeat would be 49. Ready? 49. So it worked. You agree? 49. Let's see if we can do it again. 49.
Now let's go to the good stuff.
Cut. Go for endurance. The drummometer's off.
Dude.
Cut. We're first going to start by running on the drummometer, 60 seconds. No warm-ups, just the natural sunlight warming up the guns. We're ready to rock. 60-second. Here we are. 30 days to better hands. I'm not making any sense. Cut. Somebody that's 7'5" or even 8'12" should have their legs at this type of angle. So if you're a taller human being or shorter, you just want to go with what is proportionate to your size and have the same angle with the throne. Should I run that again, or is that cut? All people are different. Different shapes, different sizes. I'm 5'8", I weigh 135 pounds, sometimes 145 pounds if I'm eating burritos all the time. But I'll tell you this, if you're 6'8", or even 9'10", whatever height you are, you need to decide. I would suggest making it to where you've got a, you don't need to decide actually. Just quit drums. Okay? That's what I'd do. Cut. It's not hot at all. Alright, cut. Now this may be a little extreme. This is very, very low. But I have seen some drummers, some are friends, some are people I don't even know, where the snare pad or the okay? Cut. Cut. We're almost done, dude. Cut. Cut. Here's the final exercise. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a, adding 30 seconds now. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a right 2. Adding 16ths. Mother show you where that is.
Do that all one more time.
Okay. This is to the higher extreme. The pad is too high. If this was the top of the snare drum or another drum, I would be really reaching to try to play this instrument. You don't want any discomfort. You want to be totally comfortable and know where we're at all times and balanced. I think my buddy, Mr. Bird, agrees. One more time. We're gonna have so much bumper music, it's not even gonna be funny, dude. Like after every little thing I say, dong ding ding dong ding ding dong ding 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 dong. It's all about the pad. You can get everything you want to get done on the pad. Pads rock. Love pads. Why do they call it a practice pad? Because you practice on it. Anytime, anywhere you can. Practice pads are fun. Practice pens. Practice pads are neat. First of all, I gotta say this. Practice pads are our friends. I love them. They're cheap. You can portabilize them, whatever that means. You can carry them around. I'm in the backyard right now, as I said. 3, 4, 1. Here's the final exercise as a whole. Making okay? And we've been exercising with the DC9s, which is a larger stick. Your endurance and stamina will improve by using this larger model of stick. And then go ahead at the end of it and trim down to your smaller modder. A lot of people think I have a marching background. I do. Check it out.
How about saying something?
I have a lot of marching background. My background is in marching. Drumming, not much, but marching, I'm an expert. Check me out.
I think we're okay, John.
It's cut. Hey, this is Johnny Rabb. Yo! Hey, this is Johnny Rabb. Welcome to 30 Days to Better Hands. Hey, this is Johnny Rabb. Welcome to 30 Days to Better Hands. Check out this video. You'll have better hands in 30 days. Not guaranteed. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to 30 Days to Better Hands. An intense DVD workout that will give you better hands and better everything for your drumming and for your fun life. I'm Johnny. Welcome. 30 Days to Better Hands. I'm Johnny Rabb. Stay tuned for part 1. Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Johnny Rabb. 30 Days to Better Hands is an intense DVD series that I swear will help you get better hands within 30 days. Enjoy, press play, sit back, relax, grab a pad, grab your sticks, and get on with it. Hi, welcome to 30 Days to Better Hands. I'm your host, Johnny Rabb. I got the sticks, I got a pad, everything's gonna be fine. Enjoy this video, sit back and relax, grab some chips. Actually don't. Grab some sticks and a pad, 30 Days to Better Drumming is on the screen. Hi. Everybody likes to fart. Yes, we do. Likes to fart. Yes, we all pass gas, and we like to pass gas. All right. Hi. Sorry, boo. I got something that flew right in the eye, and we'll keep that on film. Keep rolling.
Yeah, that's good.
Hi. Hey, left, right. Okay, now do this with me, and you'll get it. Hey, Steve. That's the delivery guy, Steve. He's a good friend of mine. He delivers stuff. See you later, Patricia. She's going to get groceries right now. I love this neighborhood because you never know what's going to end up happening. People going out to do chores and do things like that. Bye-bye. It's awesome. So basically, getting back to like going through that exercise, what we're going to do is show you how the whole thing ties together. Go ahead. Charlie. Later, man. We'll see him later. I think he had to go over to some sort of construction site. He's got a job waiting over there. All right, back to the exercise. So, tying it all together, you're going to play along with me very slow. Ready? 1 E and a 2 E and a ready and a play E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, yeah. My friends at American Airlines going over right now. Okay, we did it. Now what happens is you can treat it as if you were doing a set of bench presses, all right? There's a certain amount of reps and then there's a certain amount of sets. Let's call this a rep. Would be 2, yep, be like that. Be like a, and it's no joking around. It's just like 2 doubles down and then an upstroke. Excuse me. Oh, one moment. Basically, let me see what this is. Oh. Okay, back to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That was. All right, it should be faster, shouldn't it be? A little more concise. Sorry, Bill. I love rocking chairs because it gives you a sense of motion. I'm actually just relaxed, and I mean, it just, I don't know what it is. Listening to music, I used to sit for hours. All I do, a lot of people ask, like, what did you do to practice? Like, and at nighttime, after homework and stuff, I had this lazy boy recliner, fortunately, and that was my grandmother's, and I used to sit in my room and put on headphones, listen to Robbie Robertson, anywhere from Devo to Robbie Robertson to, when, you know, New Rush. At that time, it was like Hold Your Fire and all these albums. And sit there, and like the tempo, you know, would be the rocking chair going, and it was like, I don't know, it was great. So I prefer a rocking chair with a nice cushion on it. But I will tell you that a lot of times I'll go to a Cracker Barrel restaurant, family restaurant. A lot of them are, you know, I'm pretty sure they got them all over the place now. Very good cakes, pancakes and things, eggs, home style cooking. And I like to go there, and even I'll prefer those rocking chairs. I find a lot of people get upset when, you know, there's a long wait, because on Sundays it gets just packed at those places. Not me. I'll just be out front, you know, whole line of rocking chairs. You choose which one you want. Sometimes there's even a double rocking chair you can get in. It's pretty happening. Hang out there in front. Pretty much like what I'm doing right now. And I just sit there, and I'm not really worried about it. And I just wait for Rabb, table ready, Rabb. And then I go inside and eat. Usually I wish I didn't after I'm finished, because it's pretty heavy food. So we call it Crapper Barrel, actually, when you get done. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rock, 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 la 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 la. Now I want to talk about something that's kind of cool at the end of this video. You notice that I've got a pad in my lap. Well, I'm seriously very relaxed. Notice that, you know, the arms of this rocking chair. This rocking chair is awesome, by the way. This is Boo's rocking chair. This kicks. It's killer. The spring action on it. It's not too. Some rockers you get in, and they're too. You can't control them. This one's very controllable and comfortable. See these arms? Well, I can practice a lot of finger exercises because and I use my arms. It's kind of cool because watch, I'm just still resting on them. And a lot of times in cars, rocking chairs, or whatever, it's very confining. But what's cool is that this one actually gets my arms up high enough. And I know, you know, we don't normally play with our elbows flying out like this, but see how I'm just really concentrating on my finger strokes, finger control. Pretty cool. So I have to say this as well. Today is a day of I believe it's the is it the 30th today? I think it's September 30th, and no, it's not. 29th. It is the 29th. Okay, let me start that little section again. I have to say that back in college, there was one time that, and I'm sure you can understand where I'm coming from. I actually fell asleep on a practice pad drum set in the middle of playing it. That was weird. I was listening to the new Donald Fagen album and was playing along with the group, and it was just so tired. You know, I was tired. I didn't realize how tired I was, and I just kept falling in. And what would wake me back up was the head back down. That doesn't really have anything to do with anything. I just thought I'd share that with you. My mom used to do a lot of pottery and kiln work with ceramics. She had her own kiln in the back room. And when I was younger, one of the things I used to do was I'd love to do crafts on the weekend, pottery and painting with ceramics. I'd want to practice at the same time, so I used to have to get on the pottery wheel and with one hand practice, the other hand I'd be kind of working the wheel one way, trying to get the pottery and the clay working, spinning it the right direction. You know, just to get that clay pot molded in the right direction. So that feet were kicking the pottery wheel all over the place. I want to keep both crafts going at the same time, so I learned to keep things going on the wheel. And the cool thing is, when I got done with the project, I'd have a nice pot or some sort of vase and a little bit, more control of my drumsticks. How many people have seen the movie Black Hawk Down? I haven't. See what? It's a couple other things that just personal information I think should be a couple stories for you. One is I used to spend the night at my brother's friend's house because I was too young to have my own sleepovers and things like this. So we went over there. My brother was getting tired of me hanging around with his best buddy, you know what I mean? So we'd spend the night. I know a lot of people have fears. Some people are afraid of puppets. I was one of those people. Clowns. I think I'm still afraid of clowns. Unless they're nice clowns. But it's a sleeping bag, and I don't know if you've ever seen these things, but they're like laughing boxes, little laughers. Over and over. I called them laughers. Couldn't stand these things. Well, it was a little furry head with eyes on it. And it laughed, that's all it did. Well, it was time for bed. My brother decided, it'd be a good idea, let's freak Johnny out. So I'm in there, we're all ready for bed. Went to brush my teeth, get back in the sleeping bag, and I was like, guys, you promise there's not that laugher thing? There's nowhere nearby. No, man, it's nighttime. We're not gonna scare you like that. As soon as I get in the sleeping bag, what do I feel? Because there's motions activated. What do I feel on my feet? Fur. The thing starts laughing in my sleeping bag. Basically, my brother, at that time of life, was kind of kidding. I love my brother. But brotherly love, you know what I mean? That laugher thing. So, that's scary. That's a pretty bad story. Plenty other stories, Boo? Man, I'll tell you one thing you can't replace. As people that are good friends, because in this music business and stuff like this, people can be let's just face it. Sorry, I probably won't do too much cussing on the video because I have to get it. I don't want to pull the brain. Brain's watching porno in the background of his video, dude. Why he's practicing on the practice pad? Hey, good old Rocket Top, Tennessee. King Kong, ding dong, Rocket Top, Tennessee. Rocket Top, King Kong, ding dong, never stop. King Kong, ding dong, Kingity Kong. Rocket Top, Tennessee. I can sing it. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Bye bye.
I gotta make sure I'm me, dude. Make sure I'm me, buddy.
Oh yeah, wait. I'm just running the tape.